What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I am Jess. You're watching Keto Rewind, and today is a week 169 update of my keto journey, or my weight loss story of how I'm rewinding my health from a morbidly obese weight to a healthy weight with a ketogenic lifestyle. So if that sounds exciting to you, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up. I appreciate everybody that has been following this journey and cheering me on. So today's topic is going to be a doozy. So as I was sitting down this morning and I had my little notebook out and I'm thinking, what am I gonna talk about today? You know, do I talk about the 6 days that I crushed it and I just rocked my journey, or do I talk about the one day yesterday that I struggled? You know, and then I was like, okay, well, the easy answer would be, oh, talk about the 6 days that you crushed it and sweep the last day right under the rug and keep going, you know? Or you can do what I do on this channel and focus on the one day I struggled and not focus on the other 6 that I got a 2 thumbs up, right? So, and that's the thing I do on this channel, is because I don't see enough of the struggles of the weight loss journey shared. So I am making it a point to explain. Now, before I jump into the topic, I want to talk about the fact that the topic for today is something that I don't have the answers for today. I'm going to be telling you what my feelings are, because as I am learning the mental side or the emotional side of the weight loss journey, I'm still learning it. This is live, this is happening right now. Because clearly when I started this journey back in February 11th, 2019, weighing in at 309 pounds, I took a slingshot down to 180 pounds. And I'd lost like 130 pounds-ish, and it was a little over a year. However, when I did it that way, I was just like, you know, balls to the wall focused, and I thought I could out-exercise any issues that I might, or any cheat days, or, you know, whatever, I could fix them that way and just work out more, or I would do like an extended fast, or, you know, something to compensate, and then I wouldn't have to fully deal with this stuff, the ugly, messy middle. So obviously, if you've been following me for a while, then I went from that to like a year and a half of yo-yoing, because I was avoiding the elephant in the room, which is the emotional side of the journey, understanding this side of the journey, and, you know, fixing myself once and for all. So this time around, I vowed to myself, I don't take the next step forward until I fully fix what just happened. So it may take longer to get to my goal weight. I don't have as much weight to lose this time, but I've got, what, 38 pounds still left to lose? So when I was doing my weight loss journey this time, say I have 10 steps, number 1, done. Number 2, done. Number 3, done. And until they are done, you don't go to 4 until 3 is complete and figured out. You know, because this cannot work unless it is addressed. So that's bring in or cue to yesterday. So yesterday was Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. So it was like a day about me. So when my husband's like, you know, in that morning, he's like, you know, what do you want to do today? What do you want to do, Jess? And I was like, without even thinking, the first topic, the first words that come out of my mouth was, I just want to be a normal mom today. My husband's like, what? You know, like, what are you talking about? But in my head's saying, I don't want to be diet mom. I don't want to be sugar-free mom. I don't want to be keto mom. I don't want to be mom that used to be morbidly obese. I don't want to be mom with a weight problem. I don't want to be mom that, you know, can't control herself around sugar and carbs. I don't want to be the food addict mom. You know, that's just like in my head, right? So meanwhile, he's like, huh, what are you talking about? So without even thinking, hit the ground running. I am normal mom. So doing what normal moms do, we had breakfast, we went out and played with the kids, the moms of the softball team played our daughters, we scrimmaged each other, we had such fun, hung out with our softball family, and then we decided after that, go out, and I wanted Mexican. It's like, you know, it's like, oh my goodness. So I had fajitas, and I had a margarita and chips and queso. You know, I wake up today and I was like, well, what I'm going to talk about today. You know, what should my video topic be about today? You know, like I had 6 days where I rocked it, but I also had Mexican yesterday, which is not keto. You know, it's like, so my first thoughts was like, oh crap, you know, and then it was like that mentality where you can just sweep that under the rug and move along, or we can talk about it and explain why my head's going crazy today. So the first thing is enormous amount of guilt. I feel guilt because I enjoyed myself yesterday and ate what I wanted to eat. I have guilt because I know better than to have Mexican. It's triggered foods, especially with a margarita, though I can't handle myself around that stuff. There's guilt because it doesn't get me to my goal, eating that food. There's guilt because, well, now I'm back to being diet mom. I can't have those things, the FOMO. You know, it's like all the stuff's going through my head. So, and that's why I'm saying I don't have the answers. I'm not going to blow some bombshell answer or explain a secret. But this is what I'm talking about, that the struggle of the emotional side of the weight loss journey. Because I would sit and chew on a failure or an oopsie or an indulging meal, you know, and it would just stew in my head and I would never deal with it. I'd just exercise more or, you know, just do something else. And I never really worked through it, why I was feeling that way and that kind of thing, right? So that's why I said, when I vowed to, if there's 10 steps here and I can't get past 3, we're not going to 4 until we fix 3. Because we can't go to 4 if 3's not fixed, because 3's before 4, right? So this is where I'm at. So my inner struggle in my head is like this. You have the one side that says, all right, it was just Mother's Day. You just had Mexican. It's not the end of the world. You know, it was one meal. You're getting back into it today, you know, but then you have the other side. It's like, why would you do that? You were on a roll. You just allowed those things back into your life. It's gonna, you know, this is why you're all upset and wild today, because you had those foods and this is what's happening. So you have this like, my head is just bashing itself right now because you have the equal forces. And this is the stuff that really was hard I didn't understand it, you know, back in, you know, the first time around when I lost this weight. And it was so much easier to avoid it because I don't want any part of this. I don't like being all in my feels. I don't like feeling this way. But I'm never going to have the progress if I don't fully figure out what's happening here. So I sat down this morning, I was daydreaming, I was letting the thoughts come out of my head, and I wrote it all down, you know, in my paper. And it's like, what I came down to is, Jess, what are the facts? The facts are, it was just one meal. I haven't fully embraced the ketogenic lifestyle 100% enough that I don't have the FOMO or fear of missing out from the standard American diet. Like that's the second fact here. Like I have not fully embraced that enough to not have that desire for something that's not typically in my life, right? So, and I'm not fully committed. So that's a fact. And it's not a nice fact, but it's truth, right? I also have the facts where I know today I want more sugar because my head's going like this. Like I want sugar, I want to cope, I want, you know, like, so I got the cravings. Well, it's because I had the carbs trigger me, I can't do it, you know. So it's like all those facts are coming on, they're all there, right? I mean, there's a whole slew of them, but you get the point, right? So now the part is, I don't know how to fully go forward yet because I'm not sure how to embrace all of this. But this is what I'm talking about, and I hope it makes sense, but it's what I'm struggling with. It's what I've struggled with my whole journey. Like I don't know how to fully embrace something that I know is what I'm supposed to be doing so that I don't have that standard American diet always looking so delicious, you know, like I don't know. So, but what I do know is I am not triggered. I live so peacefully when I am not eating carbohydrates. I thrive when I don't have that stuff in my life. There's chaos in my life when I include carbohydrates, and I'm talking like the simple carbohydrates, the ones that spike insulin, the highly processed sugar, wheat, you know, that thing. I'm talking about that. I'm not talking about the green pepper type of carbohydrate. You know what I mean? So I just want to make sure that disclaimer's out there. So I know what I need to do. I don't know why I just didn't want another keto meal. You're like, so these things, or I'm just going to start journaling these thoughts and trying to figure out why. Because if I can arm myself with answers, or I can understand what I'm doing, I can maybe minimize those urges, you know? And it's like, yes, I'm freaking out over one meal, but one meal can turn into a whole week if you don't nip it in the bud, right? So, and I don't want that, you know, like we're going right back to keto today. You know, today's a carnivore day because of a crazy schedule. What I'm saying is, I know what I need to do. I know how to feel my best, but this issue is always there in the back of my mind. So I'm like, it's maddening, you know? So, but it happened and we're talking about it and I'm dealing with it. I'm not going to sweep it under the rug. It has to be dealt with. Because there's no point in taking that next step until you do, right? So that's where I'm at. So I'm going to be working on that all week. Now, this particular week, I had in my schedule ahead of time that I wanted to do some extended fast. So today was actually a day I was scheduled to do a 24-hour fast. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not. I'm going to just play it by ear. I might just switch it to OMAD, or 1 meal a day, just have dinner. But it was a day that I had already planned out to be a 24-hour fast because I haven't been doing many extended fasts. I've been doing a lot of 16-8. That's like my go-to, you know, breakfast and dinner. And that has been working awesome. So a couple of weeks ago, and I was, you know, let's throw some extended fasts in there. I'm not sure, but one day this week I'm going to do a 24-hour fast. So that was on my plan way before I chose to have a Mexican meal on Mother's Day. Anyway, so that's that, and I hope this video didn't come across too chaotic, but it's also what's happening in my life right now. So, but I vow to myself, I'm going to figure this out, and I'm going to hash it out, and I'm going to come up with answers, and I'm going to solve this, because I truly know that I want to live a ketogenic lifestyle. It's everything to me. So I don't know why that, like, toxic ex-boyfriend or something, also known as the standard American diet, keeps trying to get back into my life. But anyways, it is what it is, and I'm gonna work through it. So tomorrow I have a video already scheduled to go live with my mom and I doing some cooking together. We did one last meal before my parents headed north, back up to New England, and so that'll be fun. And then I will, if I start figuring this out, and I might revisit this topic maybe towards the end of the week once my head has calmed down a little bit and I have really got a better understanding of what's going on, I may make a video on that. If not, we're gonna do some cooking videos this week. So anyways, I am Jess, you're watching Keto Rewind. Have a great week, and don't sweep this stuff under the rug. Promise me you won't. So anyways, I'm Jess, you're watching Keto Rewind. Bye-bye!